Hi guys, this is Banished and welcome back to another episode for Banished. So sit back and relax and enjoy this episode. If you guys are new to my channel, go down below and hit that subscribe button. If you guys have been here before, well, welcome back. I love having you guys here. And if you guys love this video, go down below and smash that like button. In today's episode, we are back once again with another Banished episode, and we have gotten everything kind of situated from our last major epidemic that we were situated with. So last episode we lost over 90% of our population. You can see that when you go into our graphs here, this huge drop off right here. It was crazy, and we have rebounded way up very quickly, and we're back up to where we were. We're above where we were last time, which is really good. I'm happy to see that. We'll have to see if this is sustainable. Currently our food is a little on the edge here. You could see last season we made over 140,000 units of food while we consumed 145,000. So we are very close to once again going negative. So this is one thing that we're gonna have to look out for to make sure that we don't go negative. We are currently obviously negative because we haven't harvested yet for this year. So this 50,000 that we have been making is mostly from food such as hunting, gathering, and things like that. So definitely kind of nervous about to see how this all turns out. Hopefully we don't go into another death spiral like we did in the previous season or episode, but we are gonna figure that out from here. So as you can see down here, we left off with these buildings not completed yet. I've added a few more fields over here, just kind of trying to get everything all really worked out here. A few more buildings and then a few more fields up here too. Overall, I'm hoping that this area will be very productive for our food consumption, and hopefully we'll make a lot from all this area, but we're gonna have to see how this works going forward. In today's episode, guys, we are gonna be back up in this area here. We're gonna be finishing up kind of our city square area, and what we're gonna be doing here is we are gonna be finishing up one more row here of houses, and we're probably gonna be making a fairly large yard or kind of court area over here where we can have once again another church. We can have some more markets over here, just kind of make things look a little bit nice. I saw some comments saying I don't have that many markets going around. I have a decent amount of markets up in this area. I'd put another market square. I have a market over here, I have a market down here, and then also within here there's a bunch of buildings that are general stores that are actually treated as markets. You guys could probably see it better over here. For example, here this is considered actually like a vendor or a market. So I have a bunch of these along here which are helping to get food in and out of areas for us. But today, like I mentioned, we are going to be trying to finish this area up over here, and I finally decided where we're building a castle for this build. We're gonna be building a castle out here on a little island here, so we're gonna have to be turf forming a lot of these areas here and kind of getting things situated, but I think overall it's going to look pretty nice when it's done. So we'll have to see how that turns out. That will probably be, I'd say, in the next episode. So let's start today with let's just start here with getting some of this situated here housing wise. So once again, I'm not going to try to use as many structures for homes, because once again I think we're pretty close to the top and I don't want to go crashing and burning again. So let's see what we can get in here to say replace some things. I know for a fact we definitely could use some more clothing, so let's place another clothing right in here, and then once again we're gonna have to then go for housing. But if we go into here, let's go here and there, we'll just start piling some of this stuff up here and see kind of how it comes out. Hopefully this turns out pretty well. I think overall it will, but we'll have to see. So that's going to be kind of more or less the corner piece, and we're gonna have to shoot this straight down over here. The first thing I'm going to want to add though, I know I need this very badly. So if we go into here and go to, I think it's here. Yeah, we really badly need to get another what is this, another school in here. So let's place a school here. That will help take up some more space, and kind of from there it's just going to be more or less filling in what we can. I'm thinking we could also do we got to figure out the road situation here too. Fun stuff. All right, so let's get some houses in here. Like I said, I'm not going to try to stack homes as high as possible, just because I'm trying to, you know, get things not going crazy with population. That would be a perfect way for us to end once again where we were last time, and in a death spiral, which we definitely don't want to see happen. So I think what we're going to work on here is just kind of clearing out some of this area. We got to clear out at least some of these trees here so I can at least see what I'm working with. Once I think these trees are cleared, we can then kind of start getting things situated better. Yeah, you can see here, I can barely see where I'm placing stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get this stuff situated. Once this is all cleared out, I'll be back with you guys to kind of show you guys what things and how the progress is coming along here. Okay guys, and we are finally back. We have gone ahead and set up how we want these houses to look. Overall, I think this is really nice how this has come out. We've added this roadway coming down here. We had to kind of resituate some of this road network down here, but overall I like the way this looks with kind of the row coming down through the middle here. We have a bunch of markets and different buildings here in the middle, which allows individuals to basically go and get food from these areas if they want. So I like that aspect of it, and I think it looks really cool. We're going to work on right now extending out this market area over here. And the first thing we're going to look at doing is that this area is mostly, I feel like, going to have to deal with some kind of industrial zoning, just because it is continuing off of where this whole industrial area is here with the fort and everything like that. So we're just going to have to start building out some of these areas over here, see how this works overall. We definitely want to try and keep this looking, I would say, pretty consistent, but let's just see how this can look. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what this is going to look like overall. But if we go into here, we have a bunch of smelting options, some things that I haven't used really yet. So like this is a different type of metalsmith. And then in here we have these forges which we've used. This is also like a wind or a water powered forged. What else do we have? So yeah, this is probably the one that we have not used yet. So if we could place something like this in here, I think that would be kind of cool. That'd be another metalworking forge. And we're probably going to do a couple of these over in here just because, you know what, why not overall? So this was placed like this, and we're going to place now something like, how's that look? Yeah, we're going to place this like that. All right, so there we go. We got another metal forge coming in there. So we'll have two forges. We'll have some area over here. One other part that we need to put over here is some storage for everything. That's definitely an important thing. As you can see, we have a lot of production coming over here, but there's not really that much storage. So let's put a medium-sized barn here. And then we're also going to finish this off with just a storage area here for some actual resources, because these resources, this will be a good stockpiling area also, because you can see over here we're getting clay out of this area here, which that will be perfect to be placing over here. We also have the potential to make firewood. We also have some fishing. So basically getting a storage unit I think will be really nice over here too. Let's twist this around. We're gonna stick, I think, this over here too. Perfect. So there we go. So we have something similar like that. And let's think what else we can get over here. So it doesn't look like we can really do too many more things over here. Yeah, these are kind of more or less little pieces that we could throw in here if we would like. So for example, we have some like poultry we could throw in here. You know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put some poultry, or some protein I should say, because that'll come from the fish. Then also in here we're gonna have some metalworking. So let's place this like something like that maybe. Yeah, we'll go like that with it. And then last but not least, we're gonna get one more thing like that, just to get some things going in here goods wise. That would look kind of nice. So what else can we throw in here? So this is like an edibles wagon. This could look kind of interesting in here too. Let's put that over here. And then we're also gonna put another wagon, say somewhere like that. We have an iron cart, stone, wood, fuel. So fuel, this could be good. Let's see what a fuel cart would be like. We'll put one over there because that's good, because this is all going to be making fuel right in here, which will be perfect. And overall, that might be fairly good how this is already situated. It's kind of be more or less now us just trying to decorate all this and build some of this area out more. So I kind of like how this looks. Maybe we could add, let's go into resource and maybe another one of these, maybe. That might not work. Yeah. So it looks like we might be good with kind of this. We also have these silkworm huts, which I've never actually placed any of these. You know what? We're going to place one here. And we're going to twist it and place another one right behind it. See how that works. So we're gonna need some silkworm eggs, which we'll have to figure out where to get those. If you guys know where you get them, let me know. That would be awesome too. And let's go and go down there and let's bump that up. There we go. Cool. Overall, things are working really good. Cool, I like this. So let's now let this kind of get built out here. We have more or less kind of the network of everything built how we want it to be. I think now it's more or less just trying to get the roads built and see how everything is going to look when this is all done. So I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes, probably once this is all built out. It's gonna just take a little bit of time just to get everything running again here, but overall, I think it'll look good once this is done. So I'll be back with you guys in a few more minutes. Okay guys, and we are back. We have finished up the area down here. As you could tell, it's kind of like a more industrial area like I was mentioning we were gonna build. And overall, I like how it came out. We have more over here, areas that are gonna be making some coal for us. Then we also have over here some metalsmith shops, followed by also have added in a few medieval types of food making area. So there's a smoker here, we have also over here a salter, and then also over here we have a butcher, which these areas will be just producing some food from our fields that we already have producing for us. So I like how this turned out, this area. It's not really a huge crazy expansion, but it's enough just to fill up the area. I wanted to continue the industrial feel since we have kind of this whole industrial park going over here. So that's definitely a cool little thing. The next part we are going to work on in today's episode, we are going to be making over here actually another market. So over here we need another, definitely we need to get another church in here. And also at the same time, we're going to be building a new market. So let's look into what we could do for the churches. If we go into here and go into here, so we already have this medieval cathedral. We are not going to place another one of these in here. But let's see what we can add. There's definitely a few pretty cool options. We're not going to go with that. I do really like this church. Let's just see what else we can find. No, this church wouldn't be horrible. We could always go with the base game church. I think this would be... maybe we'll do the base game. I'm trying to think. So that's over here. That's up there. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to also go with, I think, a similar church to what we did originally. We're going to go with this church over here. I think this is going to be a little bit pushed back from the road. Something more like this. The churches here is going to be the first thing that we see within the market coming lower down. So let's place this. Yeah, we'll place this just like that. So that's where this church will be. We're also going to place a smaller graveyard over here. It's not going to be anything too big because we do have already a bunch of yards. So we really don't need too much, but we're just going to add something a little bit over here just to keep the nostalgia going. So we're going to go 8 by 12, something just like that. We're going to skip a few here in the middle. Yeah, let's see here. How off am I from this? 2 off from the end. Let's say about 2 off there. So let's do something like this. So this is going to be 12. There we go. 8 by 12 also. And that will just kind of flank the back part of this church, just giving it a little bit of a cemetery to also, I don't know, fill up the area. So that will be pretty cool. I like that going so far. The next thing we are also going to add into this area, like I mentioned, is a market. So let's look at these right now. We have added a few markets currently into this build. We have added, this is a rural market. We haven't added this. We've added this central market. This is a small town market. And then over here we have a bunch of other smaller things, which we could throw in some of these here. That is interesting, a hardware supply store. I really do still feel though that this is probably our best bet, the central market. If we scroll out, you can see this thing has a huge radius. I really like that. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make this just a tad bit different than what we've done in the past. We're gonna push this all the way to the back here. And then what we're gonna have is this here. And now we are just gonna add some more markets around the area here. So that's going to be a new feature. We have not had this prior. So let's add something like this with a fruit stand. We're also going to add a veggie stand here. Grain. We're going to go kind of with all the proteins and everything right in here. Boom. And this. Perfect. So those are kind of all those. Now we got to get with the dry goods. So we could do the dry goods on the opposite side. Yeah, let's see how this would look. Clothing. Yep. Okay. So that actually worked out pretty well, it looks like. We're also do a secondary dry goods because dry goods are fairly common. So that's kind of a little extension we have there. And that's probably going to be more or less how the market is going to be laid out. We're probably going to extend with some more features down in here. And we're going to have some of this build up, but it's just going to take a little bit of time to get things built. So we're just gonna have to let this wait for a little bit, see how this goes. I really love how this turned out over here. This market was a really cool build, and we're probably gonna do something a little similar to that also in this location. We just got to kind of figure out more or less how we're gonna make all this work, and how it's all gonna come together really in the end. So I'm gonna let this all start building up here. This is going to take a little bit. Luckily there's some things being built already, but for example, this is going to take a little bit with the church because of how much we need to actually build. So let's let this start building, and I will be back with you guys in probably pretty quickly, because it looks like these are actually building quickly, and I'm gonna get a little bit more design laid out in here and show you guys an update on how that looks when I'm back. So I'll be back with you guys in a few seconds. Okay guys, and we are back. I just want to do a quick little update to show you guys what we have built out here. We currently have all the buildings over in this new market area completed. We have the church completed with our little graveyard over here, and then over here we're kind of going to be making another little pier area where we have a bunch of wharfs going in here. We have another fishing hut, and then we're also going to be having just a normal barn over here. So that's kind of more or less what are we fitting in this area over here. But we're gonna now go ahead and start decorating this whole entire area. The decoration is gonna take definitely a little bit to do. You can see there's a lot to do here. One thing that I'm gonna try to keep this middle way open here, because I'm thinking that we're gonna put our castle over here on this island, and this is gonna be the way on and off the island by a drawbridge. So we're gonna keep that open just to see how that works out. So let's go ahead and start getting some of these details placed in here. It's definitely gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna just start placing now, and maybe I'll come back and show you guys some placement of the details as I go through it. So I'll be back with you guys in a few more minutes. Okay guys, and I am back. I kind of got a little bit carried away and just went to town decorating on this, but I really love how this thing came out. You guys will have to let me know what you think how this area came out in the comment section down below. But basically what we did was we just went here, made a bunch of details in this dock over here. We've added a bunch of new food. We've added some cranes and stuff like that. The coolest thing I did, maybe not the coolest thing, probably one of the most annoying things I did was all of these, like this grass over here, this is all ghost blocks. And basically what I did was I went through here and painted all of the fields and the grass to make it look like it was mowed lawns, and I think it looks really good overall. I really love how this came out. You guys will have to let me know, like, down in the comments section, but you can see all around the church here I did the same thing, and this church is beautiful. I love how this thing came out for this area. We also have this cemetery, which is looking very nice, and then over here we just have a few more docks going in. We have another fishing pier going in, and I decided to put in a secondary church over here, which we're going to end up putting just a few paths going to these doors. Actually, you know what, let's just do it now. What we have to do is basically delete out some of these paths and all these bricks that we painted in here in order to lay down the road, because otherwise if we don't, it's just not going to show up. So we got to just make sure this looks kind of good so we can get this thing going well. But oops, do not want that. Do not destroy the church that we are building. And no. Why is this doing this? Grass square. All right, well, it is reclaiming that grass square. That's fine, whatever. I'll let it do that. So basically, yeah, we're just gonna go out like this, trying to make some kind of design out of this. I think that will look good overall. Grass square, yes, we will reclaim that grass square, and we'll reclaim that grass square too. That will be good, getting that all situated there. And then what we will have to do is just get simply some paths like this. We will run them up into here, run that down. That looks pretty good. I like that. And we're probably going to have to also, okay, yeah, so we're gonna have to, it looks like, remove just a few more of these here, which will be fine. I'm gonna make this a double wide path. I think that will look a little bit more bold coming in, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. There we go. Not bad. We're just finishing up the bit of this episode here, and once this is done, I really think this is going to be probably the best part, not the best part, but a very nice part for our city. So it is very important that we get this done, just to get everything looking all together like, and all really unison. I really think this will look really nice. We'll get some trees probably planted in there too, just to finish this off. But yeah, this is kind of the final product of what we did in today's expansion. Just a quick recap, we worked originally on food expansion. If we go all the way down here to the bottom, you can see we added all these fields down here. I've also added a few more fields off camera just to continue growing everything, because I really want to get everything running here full steam ahead. But it's definitely going to take just a little bit to get everything going here. So I got all that going, and then up in this area here, this was the next expansion right in here, just kind of finishing off this industrial zone. And I think this looks really nice, just kind of finishing up the industrial areas with a few markets in here, just kind of getting it to a little more finalized viewpoint. And then finally was this expansion down here, this large market, again with another kind of pier area and a few churches stuck in here. And I think this came out awesome. So definitely let me know in the comment sections down below. Like always, guys, my name is Banished, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode for Banished. If you guys enjoyed this episode for Banished, go down below, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps, and it just kind of shows me that you guys appreciate what we are doing here on this build. If you guys leave a comment, I will also reply back to your comment and just talk with you guys. I love talking to you guys and seeing what you guys have to say about this build overall. If you guys are not following me yet on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, go give me a follow. The links are in the description below. And on that note, guys, we are going to end today's episode for Banished. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you all in the next episode. See you guys later.